Hey everyone, I'm back, and it's finally time for my top 5 best of the year list. I'm only doing 5 this year because, well, for one, I only saw 50 movies throughout the entire year-ish, somewhere around there. I didn't do 50 videos, but I saw roughly around 50 movies, probably forgot a few. And 2017, I saw a total of 65 movies. The only movie I didn't review that I saw that came out in 2017 was Ghost in the Shell, and I thought it was fine. I had basically nothing to say about it. So, now let's just get into my top 5 best of the year list. You've probably been waiting. How far are we into January? Like almost 3 months? 3 months, sorry, 3 weeks. Yep. And you only get 5. I didn't see that many great movies, so I just decided to go down to 5. But don't worry, I'm going to do a top 10 for my least favorite of the year list. That's saying it politely. Coming in at number 5, we have 8th Grade. Now, this movie felt very authentic to me because I was pretty much what's her face, Kayla was in this movie. How the character of Kayla was portrayed in this movie. Very kind of just introverted. It kept to herself, but trying to be social and talk to other people. But you're in 8th grade. I'm not saying that just because it's 8th grade that's the dark ages of school. I'm saying that it was pretty much the dark ages of my school experience. And anyway, back to the film. I thought this movie portrayed everything it had to as well as it could have from a story standpoint and an acting standpoint. I don't have any complaints with this film. And it really touched me emotionally, and I'm glad that it did. Coming in at number 4, we have Creed 2. Now, I've seen the majority of the Rocky movies. I haven't seen 5 or Rocky Balboa, or 6, but I've seen everything else, and this is definitely one of the better ones. It has great characters, great performances, great writing, and it also, just like 8th Grade, this film grips you emotionally. And whenever it's focusing on the human characters, that's where I think it shines the best. Because I felt that this movie understood its characters very well. So, I love Creed 2, and I'm really happy that I saw it. Number 3, speaking of sequels, we have The Incredibles 2. What was it? 14-year wait for an Incredibles sequel. I love the first one, and I love this movie as well. The only thing I don't think works is the villain, but I have no other complaints with it. I thought it was very funny. It was also very entertaining throughout pretty much all of it, really. Even though the villain aspect didn't really work for me, it was still entertaining to watch. The animation is beautiful, the characters are great, and it's basically a Fantastic Four movie that's not a Fantastic Four movie. Just like the first one. Coming in at number 2, this was actually my favorite movie for a while, but looking back, this is my second favorite movie of the year. But still, I think this is a very great movie. That is Hereditary. A very artsy kind of like film. An art house film, I think it's called an art house film. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll be sure to take a look at that. But back to Hereditary. This movie, I'll compare it to Mother for a second. Just like Mother, this movie had my jaw on the floor at one point. Only this movie was much better. It knew what it was doing, how to execute its story. It didn't rely on anything that was cheap, really. As in, when I say cheap, I mean something that would be lazy to do. But it goes forward with its own vision, and that's what I love about this movie. That's all I have to say about Hereditary. Go see it, and I think it's great. And finally, my favorite movie of the year that I saw throughout 2018, out of the 50 movies that I've seen throughout 2018, and that is First Man. First Man is the number one. This is my number one favorite movie of the year. Why? Aside from a couple little complaints that I had with it, like some effects looked a little weird. Those are my only issues with it. Damien Chazelle, what can I say about him that hasn't already been said? He made Whiplash, he made La La Land, and now he's made this. And this is his worst movie by far, if you ask me, but that really doesn't say much, because I really loved First Man. And the more I thought about it, and the more I began to love it, and it's really grown on me over time. I know people are going to complain that the characters are bland, but you get what they are, and I've reviewed all of these movies before, and you can just watch my in-depth thoughts on these films, but these are just brief thoughts. There you have it, my top 5 favorite movies of the year. You were probably hoping for a top 10 list, but I didn't want to just give out movies that I was like, yeah, that was good, over a movie that was great. I don't know, everyone else who's done a top 10 list in their life. Don't worry, you are going to get a top 10 list for my worst of the year. I have seen some pretty bad movies this year. I was about to say these years. Also, sorry if I'm talking a little weird. I just finished watching the 8th season of Archer, and yeah. My brain is a little... So there are my favorite movies of the year. If you enjoyed this list, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what your favorite movies of 2018 were. Let me know down below. I would love to see what your list is, and any movies that I probably should have seen that I missed. And I also have a couple other reviews coming, and that's for Replicas and The Upside. I'll talk about those movies soon. And my social media links are going to be down in the description as always. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation. And I'll see you when I get my next video up. I'm so used to saying review, but it's video. And you already know what it is. So thank you for watching and have a great day.